guess, Tom, just it seemed like from the start there was something missing today.
Well, they got the lead early. I thought we missed some shots early that impacted us, and they got confidence early in the game.
Tom, from our seat, it looked like there might have been a little defensive miscommunication throughout the game. Was there anything you saw on that end that concerned you from your guys?
And again, I got to look at the film. We got in a hole early, and I thought that took some energy away from us. So, got to make our corrections, get ready for the next one.
Coach, Boston, Crystal Ridge. Coach, Boston really found their touch from downtown today. What was your overall takeaway from the perimeter defense?
Yeah, obviously we gotta be better. They got some clean looks early, and they see it go in. That gives them confidence. Then it's hard to shut them off. So we have to have greater awareness. We can't allow missed shots to take away from defensive tenacity. And so we got to bounce back.
Tom, any common threads you can see in the first quarters that are allowing them to get off to a stronger start than you guys so far?
And again, it's the urgency that you have to bring to a game, to a playoff game, and we knew they would come out with aggression, and we got to make sure we're bringing aggression and force as well. And and again, there's going to be runs where you're not making shots, then you get going with your defense, get a couple of easy baskets, then all of a sudden you get rhythm. So we got to be better, and we will be.
On the hack of mid stuff, is there something you can do differently when they're doing it that much? Or?
Yeah, just and again, you got to make a decision between 5 and 2, and then you go from there. And if he's making, he stays, and if he's not, we got to get him out. And then is the impact in the game, is that more beneficial to leave him in? So there's a lot of factors that go into that.
Tom, from your perspective, why didn't the group come out with the proper intensity?
Yeah, and again, I think the intent was there, but it was, sometimes if you impact, if you miss shots, you tend to not have the same type of energy, and there's a lot of different ways you could help to win a game. And so you're not going to. No one's going to shoot great every night. There's going to be nights you don't shoot it that well, but do other things to help the team win, and that's basically what we've done all year. So we fell short today, and we have to take a good hard look at the film and then get ourselves ready for the next game, because that's the only thing that is important, is the next challenge that you face, and that's our challenge.
Tom, what did you think of your guys' pick and roll defense, especially in the first half?
Yeah, same. Again, there's going to be a lot of pick and rolls in a game. So, what we always do is we evaluate, how many were defended well, how many weren't defended well, how many did they make a tough shot against. Was the scheme executed properly? Was it done with the proper amount of intensity? Was everyone tied together? So, we'll look at all those things, and that's and again, they have a very good offensive team, and they play 5 out and it spreads you out. So your toughness and your discipline have to be tied together.
Were guys running the proper coverage in that first half?
Yeah, like some of it was, they made good plays, and our communication, you got to be aggressive, you got to communicate well, and there has to be a second and third effort. And then even when the ball is shot, then you got to find bodies, and you can't give them a second and third crack at it. And so, again, I would rather evaluate the film, and then I'll know.
You talked earlier about earning a playoff victory. Do you feel this was Boston earning the victory today more so than what you did, Tom?
Well, that's what each game is. You have to earn it, and you're faced with a different challenge every game. Understand what that is, and you're concentrating on what wins the game. And, it's your defense, it's your rebounding, keeping your turnovers down. We know that in the playoffs, it's all about your defense, it's your toughness and your teamwork. And that's, there's going to be highs and lows. There's a lot of emotion involved in the playoffs, and you got to bounce back quickly. And you know, it's competition. It's imposing your will. It's all of those things.
Tom, it looked like Towns was trying to shake out that hand a little bit after he got whacked in the second quarter. Just is that any concern at 5 for 18? I know he played 35 minutes, but any
Yeah,
concern?
you know, and again, it's the playoffs. People are going to get hit, and you got to play through things, and that's why you do it all. You know, the entire season. No one's playing 100%, but you have to understand that you can play well when you're feeling less than your best. That's all part of it. I think the mental toughness part of this in the playoffs is huge.
Coach, what did you see from OG tonight offensively? It didn't seem like he got into any kind of rhythm.
Yeah, you know, and the game is going to tell you what to do. So, you know, we didn't get stops. We didn't get into the open floor like we would have liked. And when we do that, that tends to get everyone easy buckets, and we can play off that better.
Tom, 1-3 at home in the postseason. Are you surprised by the struggles at home and the way basically home court hasn't had much of an impact seemingly for you guys?
Yeah, you know, and again, it's, you know, I think you look at each game by itself, and you say, okay, you know, we didn't lose the game because we were at home. We lost the game because we didn't do enough things to win the game. And so look at those things. That's what do you need to do to win that particular game, whether it's home or road. You know, it really, that shouldn't matter. Like, understand like what you have to put into winning.